Well, good morning. Good morning. I'm Laurie. I'm the Thrifty Picker, and welcome to episode 17 of my morning mug, where I talk about what I sold yesterday and through the night on eBay. I'm going to go my chat on. Let's get that going. Maybe. There it is. Let's get that. Okay. Get this pulled down out of the way. Okay, let's see if anybody pops in so I can see how my sound is doing. So I need a sound check to whether or not I sound robotic or not. Other than my sinuses making me sound all nasally as usual, but so we will see. We will see. Let's see if anybody pops in on the chat here. So if you're watching, say hi in the chat. Let me know how my sound is. Can't wait for my new microwave. Yeah, I need more coffee. Microphone set up. Oh. So grab your favorite hot beverage in your favorite mug and have a seat. It's going to be short because I only sold 2 things, but again, it's better than nothing. So, okay, I'm just going to pop right in and show you what I sold. We have this Ralph Lauren. It's a non-iron pink ladies Oxford button down. It's got the little crest on it right there. I'm gonna iron that collar, flip it up a little bit, steam it or iron it. Just a nice little Oxford. It's a 2X, 100% cotton. So it's a nice little, nice shirt. I paid $1.06, basically $1 plus tax, $1.06 for that, and it sold for $15.99 plus shipping. So I'm happy with that. That was sold yesterday. Let's see, let's get this folded back up, or at least some kind of folded form. And then I picked this up. These are both thrift shop items. Both of them this was off the clearance rack. This was I paid 84 cents for this. This is a vanilla sugar, and it's just a really neat design. Ladies tee, graphic, kind of like a graphic tee. It's got wording and stuff on it. We'll see, it has French on it, and it looks like bra hooks. See that on the shoulders? That's what they remind me of, is bra hooks, but it's just a neat design. I do sell on I have a Poshmark account. I do have a few items on there, and I'm new to Poshmark, so I haven't sold anything yet. I'm hoping soon that, once I get some more stuff listed on there, that I will. I know a lot of people are selling on Poshmark now. So, and I have some jewelry that I'm going to put list on there and see how it does. I do have a few pieces on there and a few pieces of items of clothing. So as of right now, nothing has sold yet. So, but I don't sit and share for hours either. So I know a lot of people do. eBay is my main platform. So eBay, and then I sell pallet items that I get on Facebook and on our Facebook auction that we have weekly. So, but yeah. This item here was another clearance rack item. I paid 84 cents for it, and it sold for $15.99 plus shipping. It's just a nice little embellished tee. But It's only 2 sales, but I'm happy with that. And I am going to start cross-posting more stuff on Poshmark. So hopefully that starts doing very well. And I know there's quite a few others. I think there's Macari and Bonanza, and I think there's one called Truegether. That's another site. So there's other options. Oh, that's awesome. I do share, but I took some advice from another reseller who also sells on Poshmark, who's on the morning show that I do with the Chick Picker on her channel. She sells she shares just her store with her followers, and I guess they share it from there. So I'm going to try that route. Like she says, it takes her maybe just a few minutes a day to do that, rather than sitting there for several hours sharing, and liking. So I'm going to try and see how that works. But like I said, I just started Poshmark maybe 2 months ago. So and I don't have a whole lot of items listed on that. But I know there's a lot of other sellers that are moving to Poshmark, or adding Poshmark as one of their platforms, not really moving to it. But it's not something I've really sat down and looked at and seen how it all works and all that. I'm just going by what I've read so far and advice from other sellers that are using it. But I've been doing eBay since 1998, so more comfortable with that platform, and I know it fairly well. So, but I'd like to know other platforms as well. But I didn't sell clothes starting out. On eBay, I started out with what everybody was selling: the Hot Wheels, the baseball cards, vintage toys, and vintage glass. That's usually what back then. That's what most of us. So you might as well say 20 years I've been doing eBay, and I've grown over the years, and then I got into clothing and shoes and stuff like that back in 2014. So about midway 2014. So come April, it'll be my 4th year selling clothing and whatnot. So, and 98, I never would have guessed that used clothing would have sold on eBay, but I wish I'd known then what I know now. Yeah, I do I do a lot better with clothing than I do my hard goods, except for my coffee mugs. I sell lots of coffee mugs on eBay, but they're not just your plain Jane coffee mugs. They got to have a cool saying, great graphics and stuff like that, and or something that's very hard to find. I do really well with those. I'll sell a couple of those a week. So, excuse me. Clothes are, it's an easy commodity, really, because everybody needs clothes. Well, except for the nudist colony, they don't buy clothes. But you know what I mean. Everybody needs clothes. Everybody needs shoes. So it's like a win-win situation. And if you can get some good designer names on there at some competitive prices, they do sell. So, some of the market's flooded, like Tommy Bahama, and Ralph Lauren's a little flooded. But if you find the right clothing for the right person, they're going to buy it. And like concert T-shirts and stuff like that, I sell those. I just sold one of those yesterday. Hard Rock Cafe, Harley Davidson, all those name brands, they do very well. And every now and then you find that little hidden gem in the clothing that somebody just has to have. So, and one of my best sellers as far as men's clothing goes is probably Brooks Brothers, because it's such a high quality and good quality clothing. So I always sell Brooks Brothers. And I do still sell quite a bit of Ralph Lauren, but right now it's been a lot of women's clothing. Let me write that down. Yeah, I love learning. Like I said, I've been doing this since '98, and I'm still learning. You just stitch. No matter what you think you know, there's always something else to learn. That's what I've learned over the years, and I don't mind asking questions from other resellers because I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. I just know what works for me. So, and I keep doing it and improving my business practices based on what works. Like for instance, I was doing free shipping for a long time, and then I started crunching the numbers and realized that I'm losing more money than I really that nobody wants to lose money, but sometimes you do in business. But I was losing way too much doing free shipping because you can't figure a price. I mean, for instance, let's say I paid, say I have a shirt on for $15.99 free shipping. Um, if it goes to California, there's $5 right there. So plus you got your eBay fees and your PayPal fees, and once that starts chipping away, you don't have much left over for yourself. I mean, you do get a little bit of a profit, but not much. And so about a month ago, I decided to switch everything over to calculated shipping. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm still selling. So I mean, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, as far as shipping goes. If somebody really wants it, if you have a competitive price, you don't want to put a $30 shirt on, or try to get $30 out of a shirt that's only going to sell, that really is only worth 20, and do calculated shipping. So you want to price your items competitively, and then with a reasonable shipping, calculated shipping, they're going to buy it. Yeah, I'm like I said, I don't love eBay, but I'm comfortable with it. Do I agree with all their changes and practices? No. But as long as it still keeps bringing me money, I'm going to keep using it. I'm going to add other platforms. Um, like I've said before, the free returns. At first, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but the more I think about it, we end up having to give free returns anyway, especially if it's our problem, our mistake. And with eBay's guaranteed money back, it's just you have to adapt to the changes, and it's not always what we like. Um, but if you want to stay in business, and I look at it this way. I've always looked at it this way. Where else besides the other platforms? I mean, can you reach worldwide? You can't do that with a brick and mortar store. And the fees that you pay on eBay is just a drop in the bucket compared to what you would be paying for a brick and mortar store every month for your overhead, your electric, your lease, whatever it is you're doing. Plus, so that's how I look at it, that it would cost me a lot more to have a brick and mortar store than it does to do eBay. They'll never be Amazon. Amazon's a whole different ballgame. They can try, but and I've tried selling on Amazon, but I don't like it. There's too much red tape, too many hoops you got to jump through in order to sell on Amazon. And I was trying to list a book just to get the feel of it to sell, and I couldn't even figure that out. I mean, I was going back and forth between other resellers on, well, how do I do this? How do I do that? And I finally forget it. eBay is this boom, boom, boom. I know it. No, I don't always agree with the things that they do. And I really don't have any major problems through the years with eBay. I've only had a couple of instances in the last 20 years that have rubbed me the wrong way. So, I mean, and that's just a handful, maybe 3 or 4 in 20 years. So I can't really complain too much. But I understand, that you have to make changes within a corporation in order to grow. Do I agree with some of the decisions they make? No, I don't. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to just drop them. Now, if they get too out of crazy and too just, then I might consider doing something else. But I like being able. I like the ease of it, I guess. So, but they can try all they want to be Amazon. But Amazon, and I've heard that a lot of people do make money on Amazon, but it's um, just the way they go about it. I think they're a lot more restrictive, so to speak, on what you can sell, how you can sell it. There's just so much, like I said, red tape that you have to jump through in order to sell on Amazon. eBay's easy. Take a photo, you describe it, and you list it. It's just boom, boom, boom. Well, there's more to it than that, but and those who sell on eBay know that. But I'm just saying, it just seems like it's so much easier to sell on eBay. And I won't always agree with how they do their business, but we have to adapt to it if we want to stay in business for ourselves with that platform. Um, so it's like somebody said yesterday in the Hustle show. I think it was Jim. He said, when Walmart came around, Kmart tried to be like Walmart, and they just totally tanked. So who knows? Somebody bigger than eBay may come along. Somebody bigger than Amazon might come along, and it might be something totally different in a better, even better platform. But for now, I'm gonna keep just rolling with the punches, and I figure when it comes to the free returns that you might as well take it back and turn around and resell it. Yeah, it might have been a new item when it went out, and now it's a pre-owned item, so you're not going to get as much. But you can still sell it. So if it's sold once, it'll sell again, unless they cut holes in it or something like that. At first I had the attitude that it was now going to be a rental program, but when I start looking at my returns of my clothing, compared to returns like say of electronics, I have more returns on electronics than I do in clothing. Because no, it's not. And they're going to keep making changes to improve their corporation, and I get that. I worked for a corporation for 20 years, and we had to change, and change wasn't always good. Sometimes it backfired, and we'd end up having to go back to the old way of doing things. And, that may happen, but for now, I'm just going to roll with it and expand my horizons on other platforms. So I'm going to learn Poshmark. I'm going to look into TrueGether because I know a couple other, or at least one other reseller does TrueGether. I'm going to look at Macari. I'm going to look at Bonanza, and I'm just going to start, not keeping all my eggs in one basket, so to speak. Disperse a little bit, and have that way I've got, if something was to happen where eBay just totally disappeared, then I've got all these other little places to work from. So, but eBay right now is my main platform, and I have nearly 1,000 items listed on that, and I list daily. That's a big thing. You do have to list every single day, even if it's just one or two items, as long as you're keeping active. I would like to get more listed, but and I have made that comment to eBay for Business on Facebook that they need to, if it wasn't for us sellers in general, even the little sellers, we make them money, so they need to treat us just like they treat the big sellers. So we make just as good money selling what we sell as the corporation, like Japan. They're selling, I don't even know how they get away with selling stuff for 99 cents with free shipping. But that's just my opinion. It's like I said, I'm no guru. I'm just comfortable with what I do. Um, like I said, I know eBay. I've been doing it for so long, and I won't always agree with how they do things, but I do understand it because working for a large, it was corporation, but it was a manufacturing corporation, and we would have to roll with the punches. We would have to make changes in order to keep up with the times. Um, because we made chalkboards and marker boards and stuff like that for schools and colleges and offices and office equipment. And when technology come along, we'd have to roll with that. We had interactive marker boards. We had to learn how to combine technology with what we were doing. So I understand changes in corporations like that, and why they think they need to make these changes. And they know when they make these changes that there's going to be people that don't like it. And but being from my background, I understand it. I get it. And even in manufacturing, customers didn't like the changes. They didn't like the changes in the product. They didn't like the raise in the price. It's just, you can't be a mom and pop company forever. So you have to roll with the punches and change with the times. So I'm just gonna keep going, but I'm gonna, like I said, expand my horizons. And just see how this plays out. That's the best way to do it. Just see how it plays out. If it affects me in a negative way, that's just the cost of doing business, in my opinion. Like I said, I'm not a guru. I'm not an expert. I just know what I know based on my own experiences. So, but I'm gonna get off here, and I gotta go get some more coffee. My coffee cup's almost empty. I gotta get these items packed up and out for the mail lady this morning because she'll be by to pick them up. And then I gotta get ready for the Picker Daily Hustle. So the show be coming on. What is it? 8 o'clock here. Be 7 o'clock there. I think she starts at 8, something like that. So, but I appreciate everybody coming in. I appreciate you watching it. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. Remember to hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. E-commerce bites. I'll check that out too. My stomach is growling. If you hear a strange noise, that is my stomach. It's grab me a bite to eat for the next show. The next show starts. And I will check that out. And I will check out Laura's Last Ditch. Another good reseller to watch, who gives good tips and stuff, is I think her name's Susan A. Wells. She does eBay, Poshmark, Amazon. I forget what else she does, but she's got a lot of knowledge. And I think she does like training seminars and stuff like that for resellers. So awesome! I will definitely check that out, Nishana, and I appreciate all your input. Thank you so much for coming in. You're great. Hopefully I'll be on, let's see, I'll be back Monday. I don't do this on the weekends. Weekends are pretty busy for me. So I will be back Monday, hopefully with a lot more sales. We got a lot of work to do today. So you guys all get out there and get to picking. You never know what you're going to find. And, broaden your horizons. So I'll see you all later. I'm going to go grab me some coffee and a bite to eat. And I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.